let's go ahead and clap it in. Just Acting Up Show. We got Kareme Young in this joint, man. Oh man, y'all, we Kareme, you right. We should have been recording off. We should be recording all that, man. That was dope. That was the best intro earlier.
Best intro, best coming in, everything.
Let's roll it.
Better, we should roll it.
Blueberries. Blackberries.
Oh my gosh.
If one would go down the pipe the wrong way and I start choking and shit, like that would really make great interview shit, you know,
like get your wife back in, like get
right.
please come help this man.
Right.
Oh man. So yeah, for the viewers, what we were talking about is like, you know, we all know this whole pandemic, Zoom and everything, and everybody trying to figure things out. And Kareme was over there, he logged in. And he said, "Oh shit, baby, how you do this shit?" And he turned on the light of the camera.
He had his glasses on.
Glasses. I think it was some eye boogers, probably a booger somewhere, shirt wrinkled up.
Oh
man, looking crazy. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, and I was telling them the best interviews is really Zoom because you at home, so you.
That's why I used to tape on my thing because all the shit I'd be naked one day. And then linked on, and I'm like, oh shit! Now I'm on XXX video shit for Pornhub.
What kind of show is
this? Oh my gosh!
I know you're like, hey, whoa, dog, hey, we were just trying to do an interview, my man.
You're like, no, hold on, wait,
your body parts, homie. Like,
wait, hold on now. Wait,
right.
Hold on. Shit. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a treat, man. So first and foremost, thank you. Appreciate you for taking time out of your busy schedule.
Man, no doubt, man. Y'all doing y'all thing, man.
Appreciate it, man.
I'm honored to be here. Appreciate it. Appreciate the love.
Hey man, we're honored, man. Like I said, man, we just appreciate you and Sue and Yellow and everything what y'all do with Southside, man. So it's great show. Great show.
It's still a dream, man. It's still pinching myself. Still waking up like, man, is this like really happening? Like, like I'm a blue collar guy, man. Like my whole life, grew up, mom picked cotton in Mississippi. I was born in Mississippi in Durant, Mississippi. Yeah, first black, no, not even black. First twins, period, born in Durant, Mississippi. So let me send a shout out to my hometown. But we moved to Chicago when we were 2 years old. So I've been Chicago raised ever since. So, yeah.
How was that process going? How did you all get to being on Southside? What was that journey like for you all?
Well, like I saw in Sultan's interview, we all grew up, man, since like 1990, man. Like their mom, Bashir and Sultan, their mom is my mom. My mom is theirs. We do a lot of Thanksgivings together and stuff like that. So we just always knew each other was funny. Like Sultan was a junior when I came into high school as a freshman, me and my brother, and that's how we kind of linked because he was like, damn, these dudes are funny. Because like we were freshman year, we were already, me and my brother already like entertaining like the school and doing stuff, and he was like, man, these dudes is funny. And then we found out that we only lived like 4 blocks from each other, in the same hood. So we like instantly became like brothers. It was like every day from then on out. And Bashir went to Whitney Young, and Bashir is our age. So when Sultan left for college, then that's when like me, Quincy, and Bashir came like, really tight. And we would go to, those hot Whitney Young parties, out west, you know what I'm saying? Right. Young always had the banging girls, you know what I mean? So, man, it just kind of just grew from there. So, like Thanksgivings would come, Bashir was already in the business, and he would come home for Thanksgiving, and we would be over there and just, just cracking each other up. And I would just kind of always see Bashir in the corner, nodding his head like, Kareme and Quincy can do this shit, man. Like, so it just kind of just grew from there, man. So when, Sue came up with the idea and Bashir and Diallo and stuff, they kind of put us in. We weren't really guaranteed to, have a part, but we got a chance to show what we can do. And we actually blew away the president from Comedy Central, because I'm thinking, I got in through nepotism and shit. So Bashir was like, oh, dude, he was like, the president loved you and said, keep the twins. You know what I'm saying? He was like, because you wasn't guaranteed nothing. He was like, so I was like, I appreciated that. And like I say, I appreciate Comedy Central because they believed in me and my brother, and they believed in the show. You know what I mean? And that's where it just took off from there, man. But it was a long process, man. It was some years. It was some, do I quit my job? No, don't quit your job. I mean, a lot of time. Like we did a sizzle reel. And that's when Comedy Central's president was like, he loves the twins, let's keep them. But between doing the sizzle reel and him saying that, it was like maybe a year. And so it was like, let's do a pilot now. So you do the sizzle reel, you're like, okay, I did it, I got that experience, let me get back to my life of getting, doing this paycheck to paycheck thing, and and living life. And then Bashir texts you, because you don't hear nothing from Bashir until he's absolutely concrete that it's going down. You know what I'm saying? So just out of the blue on a random day, it might have been a Wednesday, it's like, hey, get ready, we shooting a pilot. So it's like, oh shit. So between we shooting the pilot to actually shooting the pilot, that's like another 9 to 10 months.
Yeah.
They gotta write it, they gotta write the pilot, they gotta do all of that. So we shoot the pilot. Comedy Central tested it, and it was just getting, the marks was just so high. Like, so many the people that were watching it, they were loving it. So they like, let's do a season. So from we love it, let's do a season, to actually shoot it. It's like another, I think maybe a year and 3 months. You know what I'm saying? So we talking about from sizzle reel to actually shooting the season, like shit, almost like 4 years, dude. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like I say, at that time, the job I was working with the youth program, coordinating activities and stuff like that with this program, and they kind of gave me some lead room because I pretty much ran the program. All the kids was there because of me, so they gave me room. But like my brother and Sutan, like their jobs was like, nah, y'all got to go if y'all want to shoot yourself. So they went out. They actually jumped out on the limb, and was like, hey, I'm gonna take this shot. I can always get another job, but you can't always, you can't always get your dream. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So we just went from there, man. And season 1 was a blast, man. I never worked in an environment like that where it was like everybody was like rooting for everybody to win. It was no animosities, no nothing. Like everybody from one Sutan to me to my brother, 1, 2, and 3 to 180 on the call sheet. Like everybody, wanted to do their best. The set was always funny, always laughing. Sometimes too much, whereby she had to get in our ass like, hey,
We heard.
Sometimes the season 1, with season 2, we got more polish, but season 1, but we had to have a few meetings with Bashir. It was like, where he had to tell us the business side, like, hey, we have to shoot stuff in a certain amount of time. If time doesn't happen, they'll shut this down. They don't care how good a show is. You know what I mean? Like, costing them money. If it's costing them money, if you ain't on budget, if you ain't on time, you getting shut down. That's how when you see shows like, they were building this show and then they stop. That's probably what happened. Like probably one of the stars was not showing up or something. They thought they had it like that, and a network will literally shut you down, man. Like it's like, hey, we going on to the next project. Nothing personal. It's business. So once we got out of that, just the starry-eyed type of Disneyland type of nostalgia, then we really got in there and got to working, and I think it came out pretty good. But I know season 2, I think we all grew and progressed a little bit more because we believed in ourselves a little more, and I think you'll see that more in this season. I think I brought it a little bit better than season 1, but season 1 was just so great, and I really didn't think that we could top season 1. But then when I started reading season 2, I was like, oh my God, Bashir, Sutan and them have lost it. And Diallo, they have lost their freaking minds, dog. Like, The trailer doesn't show it all. The first three, oh my goodness, first 3 episodes ridiculous, but I'm telling you, it is so much more crazy shit coming that y'all about. I mean, seriously, y'all gonna fall out, man. It's that crazy. Like, I don't know how they come up with this shit, like, because I'm trying to get into writing as well. So I have so many things in my head, and sometimes trying to push me into stand up as well. Because I mean, I've literally put on probably 1,000 free comedy shows that could have went, you know, and probably DVD or something somewhere, like especially college. Like, I used to just stand in front of the cafeteria. I went to Mississippi Valley State University, SWAC, HBCU, and yeah, I would just literally put on shows. I didn't do much class. Let me get that clear. I didn't graduate.
So class clowning pays, right?
And that's one thing I wish I would still do the funny, but still finish that out. That's the one thing I wish I had, you know, finished out. But, you know, like I say, hey, life takes you, you know, through your loops and your stuff, and everything happens for a reason. So, you know, I tell people all the time, I'm getting my Samuel L. Jackson on, you know, like, you know, like, what age you are, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, when it's your time, you know, and make it happen.
Hey, man. Man, that boy Sam. Oh, go ahead, bro.
No, I have a question because it's so interesting to me when I hear like celebrities, celebrities, because you are a celebrity.
Yeah, I try to feel that way sometimes.
When they reach to a certain point of their goals, but they're working at a job. So when you go to your boss, you say, "Hey, man, I'm gone," or you just don't show up? Because I need to know. Because whenever my time comes.
At my job, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of did it last minute because, like I say, I knew the value that I brought to this place, and that like, literally, like, the kids came to the program because all the kids call me Coach K. Like I say, before this, I've coached baseball for many years. I've coached football for many years. My program is still going now. That I started with a brother named Deion Tomlinson, Deion Tomlinson Youth and Athletic Foundation. We were the Chicago Bengals, and we did a lot of good. We're still doing a lot of good in the community, man. You know, taking a lot of kids out of the city. We do tournaments in St. Louis. We've taken them to Tampa for a national tournament because we won a championship in Chicago. So all the kids, for some I just started. My name was like pretty much Coach K for like 15 years. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I brought a lot of kids. So I was kind of like, because, and like I say, in this business too, it's really hard to try to navigate and schedule stuff because they don't. It's not they don't care, but they don't give you things until it's absolutely a go, and that could be 3-4 days before it's ready to go. It could be a week. You know what I mean? So you might not, if you get in this game, you might not even have that, hey, I want to put in 2 month, 2-week notice, anything like that. Like, you literally might have to walk in to the job and say, hey, I have to leave today. I have an opportunity, and, you know, I just can't pass it up. You know, I apologize, but, you know, I gotta chase this dream. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if it doesn't pan out, I hope I can come back. You know what I mean? They be like, no, you can't come back. Shit, take all your shit out. Do not come back here. Your shit is out your dress, all your drawers. Make sure don't come on this. You can't come back on this property.
Don't come back on here. No, you're not welcome here, sir.
You are
especially if they knew you was going to Hollywood. Oh, it didn't. You can hear somebody come out. Oh, it didn't work out.
This week, I was in Chicago last month, and I stopped by my old job, and they were happy to see me and stuff. And some of the kids, their parents let them watch it, and I'm like, "Oh, you saw it?" I'm like, "You saw it?" That's so, especially this season, you know, we HBO, so it's a little more raunchy, a few P words, you know.
They're like, Coach K.
It's so crazy because like people, friends and stuff was like. It was so crazy because they like, now you on HBO Max, so now they be like, shit, y'all can probably do some fucking in there, and all like we switching to HBO Max, like. And that's what when I had talked to Bashir about that, was like how crazy you gonna get? Bashir was literally like, No, I like the purity of our show, and I like how we bring it. So it's not going to be much change. We're not, swinging and going crazy just because, we're, went from, basic cable to, to the premium people. We're going to keep Southside true to what it is and what we want to bring out and show people about, Chicago. And like I said, I mean, y'all know, y'all watched it. Y'all see these neighborhoods in Texas, dude. I mean, porches look the same, houses look similar. Like, this is the Black experience through the hood, that you want to call it, that everybody thinks is just so grimy and nasty. But we all know that in our hoods, that there's a lot of laughter. There's a lot of doctors, lawyers, we definitely got talent when it comes to the hooping, football.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We're about to take over hockey in a little while, but like that's what I love about the show, man, because it's just so pure, man. Like, it feels, when you're doing it, it just feels so like you just writing this love letter to your city, man. Like, we filmed, was it episode 1 where with Sandra and Bashir, and they pulled over the girl in the old school whip.
Oh yeah.
that was episode 1. Yeah,
That was episode 1.
let me see.
Yeah, that was one.
That was one. That was one.
With
Yeah,
the mink in the fur, yeah.
Yeah, with the Mickey fur. Yeah, I mean,
where they shot that is literally 4 blocks from my mom's house. That's where I went. My Harold's, when Sue was telling y'all about Harold's, that's where the Harold's is right there that he was talking about. He liked to go get Harold's chicken. It was right down that street right there. If you see season 1, where they got the sign where the dude walking down the street, Calvin walking down the street with the bags with the popcorn, that's what he was talking about. That's that neighborhood. That's close to where we grew up, and that's the Harold's that we ate our chicken at and stuff. Yeah, so
Gotcha.
that was the dope. That was the dope part of, like, being out there. People driving by recognizing you, Big Twin, because that's what a lot of people. I know people 30, 40 years, dude, and they never have know my real name, but they love me. I love them, and we close. But it's always been Big Twin. You know what I'm saying? Big Twin. That's it. Because it's some other twins that, like, in my neighborhood, it was like 4 sets of twins, like 3 boys and like 1 set of girls, dude. So it was a lot of twins in my neighborhood. So,
well, I think that's awesome, man.
And we was the biggest ones, so that's why we got Big Twins.
I think it's awesome. I think that's what, being that it comes from such a genuine place, and in your neighborhood, that makes the show so relatable. Because I can see a lot of people from, like I told the others, from my neighborhood, I know someone just like that. That person reminds me of so and so. So y'all definitely bring the funny. Y'all definitely bring the real.
That's the beauty of, like, Bashir and Sue and Diallo, man. Like, they so keen on their points and what they want to hit, man. Like, it's just like, just watching them, it's like I be in awe. Sometimes I get staring at Bashir, because, like, a lot of people don't know. Bashir and Diallo have been in this game for a minute, and they have great stuff. You know what I mean? And it helped me to learn that everything doesn't happen overnight, because they have been writing great stuff. Like, a lot of people don't even know that half of the stuff that you were, like, screaming, laughing at on the Jimmy Fallon show was written by Bashir and Diallo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He pretty much got to the main, to the big talk show. It's all, and he admitted it when he interviewed them. It was like, hey, I'm here, because, that piece y'all wrote for Obama and the Justin Timberlake skit, and, some of the other stuff, the Housewives thing. Like, they have been writing some brilliant stuff behind the scenes. But the fact that now that it's their own baby, and they get to, water it and nurture it, and you get to see them in the forefront as well as actors on the show. Like, man, I just, like, sometimes Diallo is, dude, the way he brings his character out and how he is in real life, G. Like, I texted him this about 2 weeks ago. I said, when he was on Insecure, and I said, dude, every time I watch you, you remind me to don't try to overact. Just be yourself.
That's it.
Yourself, and make the character you, not the character. You know what I mean? Like, and do it. And he's like, and it just comes out so pure, like, because he is, man, he is just so dope. Like sometimes when I'm shooting a scene with him, I'm glad the camera isn't on me because I'm just like looking at him like, and it's crazy too because they're executive producing, they're writing, and they're acting. So it's I'm like, how are you doing all of this and remembering these lines? Because that's one of the important things as well too that I try to tell people that you have got to read those lines over and over again, and you have got to know them because, like I say, when it's time to go,
you gotta go.
Like I say, everything is on a time limit, and you can't be stumbling over lines. So, like a lot of people didn't understand when I was in town and I would be off and stuff like that. Like you really not off, like that. You know, you work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You all come back Friday, but Thursday you at home on the laptop, you know, writing lines. You know, my brother helped me with that. Just a system of just like getting you a notebook and just over and over, like you at the chalkboard, you know, when you got in trouble, you know, back in the day. They don't do that now because these kids are probably slap the teeth if you know. Right? You tell the teeth, you write 1,000 times on the board, you know, one of these crazy ass kids might slap them. But back in the day, we was a little more afraid, so we had to write on the board. We were on the board, so, and that's how. And it was like when I would do that, I would write. I would sleep on them. I'd never really sleep, and you just go over them in your head. And then by the time I get to set, like, boom, they're like, do you need a side? And I'm like, no, I don't need a side. I can get, you know, like, let's do it. And then my chick would be like, take a side anyway, motherfucker. Like, I was gonna say, you know, my shit will always tell me like, no, read it first, motherfucker. I know you got it. Read it first. You know what I'm saying? You know, when we do rehearsal, because like before every scene, you know, you have a quick rehearsal. Whoever's in the scene, we all, you know, circle up with the director and with the executive producers, and we, you know, pretty much rehearse the scene. Everybody does their lines. We get some notes on how they want you to bring it. Do you do it serious? Are you know, I want you to be a little bit sillier. You know, I want you to, you know, do this and that. So they go over that type of stuff, and then you actually shoot the scene. And then you shoot it again, and then you shoot it again, and then you shoot it again.
Yeah, over and over.
Over and over.
My daughter on set one time, and she was so impressed, but it came to a point where she was like, Dad, I'm gonna go to your trailer and watch TV because, like, I think one scene we shot it like maybe 40, 50 times. And like, when you're using a single camera, you know, you have to get my point of view. Whoever you're talking to, then you have to get over and get their point of view. Then you have to get a wide of both of you. You know what I mean? Then you have to, you know, shots. So everything. So when they're cutting and editing, and this is, like I say, this has all been a great learning process for me because, like, when you're shooting a show, you don't get the feel of how it's going to come when it comes on TV. So when we see it for the first, I mean, of course, you know, Bashir and Diallo, they're in the editing room and stuff, so they know. But we don't know. We see it for the first time like it is, like you guys see it. So, you know, so we get to laugh and have those jokes, like I say, because when you just, you know, delivering them over and over again, you know, sometimes it comes, you know, it's work, you know what I mean? Like it's greatest work in the world, but it is work, you know.
Right. Yes, sir.
And especially some of those scenes where I have to run and stuff like that. Like one scene where they had me drop to my knees on the store floor and it's like concrete. So the next day, I'm like, I run down the stairs, the scene where I'm running down the train stairs. And Michael's like, the director, Michael Blyton's like, Frank, can you go a little faster? And I'm like, Michael, yesterday, dropping on my knees 40 times. Like, I think my distance or something. Like I say, the show is a really physical comedy. And a lot of stuff that you see, we don't have a lot of stunt doubles and stuff like that. A lot of stuff you see, we actually did it, especially in season 1, the fight between me and my brother. They actually wanted to bring in, Bashir actually brought in some stunt doubles not because of the physical part of it, but he knows me and my brother fight. Like we literally physically, but we still will cuss each other the fuck out. I don't care how well you're doing. When you're a twin, it's always a tug of war of, you know, who is the alpha. My brother's never been able to come to grips with the fact that I'm the older brother, you know.
Yeah.
2 minutes older. I am your superior, and he has a problem understanding that. So we often clash. And then I don't know if you saw Cool About a Lake, and then he comes up with shit like, well, maybe they switched us. How do you know you came out first? Guys make up ways to make himself number one. But you gotta tell him, no, dude, you're number two. And it's funny, it was Mississippi, it was in the 70s. Our birth certificates say Negro. You were still a Negro in almost 90. It was almost we was born in 76, so you still were a Negro almost right before Michael burnt his Jerry curl in the commercial in Mississippi. Still a Negro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
So that's what he tries to use. Like, it was slow back then. It really wasn't no real hospital.
Man, we gonna have to get your brother Quincy on here, man, because
actually, my mom actually didn't even know she was having twins.
Oh man!
Wow.
I came out, and they were like, Miss Young, you having another one, and she actually passed out. That's what I told them. You weren't even supposed to be here. Like, mom was you know what I'm saying? So so it's crazy, man. So Bashir actually brought in stunt people because he was going to have them. He did the tattoos and everything, makeup, and found 2 big bald-headed guys. And my brother was like, screw that, man. We was like, we are doing this. Yeah, I know. I gotta stop actually. My internet gonna say it's unstable. All this money I pay for this internet. This California internet, it's high as hell. this internet has giraffe shit.
And it'd be like that sometimes, man. So like also, answer your question, man. Well, not answer your question, but we got bring in stunt doubles. And me and Mike, we did a couple training with some stunt crew before, and I know Mike's shaking his.
See, we are big dudes. All 3 of us, we big, and we just had this conversation because we had a live event last night that we did, and I said, man, I'm so disappointed in all 3 of us because there ain't no way that we should be that damn tired. And we was there for a long time. We was there from 12 in the afternoon to 12 at night, but most of the time we was just sitting down, setting stuff up. We wasn't doing really major work, so there wasn't no reason why we was all tired. That shouldn't be, and we in our 30s, so we're gonna have to do something different.
Now, I don't know if you see from the pilot season 1 to the season, I had dropped like 80 pounds after.
Yeah, I can tell.
After we shot the pilot, I was talking with the director, and I was like, because they showed us a little snippet of it and stuff, and I'm like, damn, I hate the way I look. And he was like, hey man, he was like, dude, he was like, well, don't wait until we hear if we get a season. He was like, man, start doing something now. So my wife, who wasn't my wife at the time, she was doing keto, and I got on that, and I had a conversion van, and I literally sold that, and I started work. My job was maybe about 2.5 miles away from me, so I would walk half of that, and then I would get on the bus and go to work, and then I would take one bus, I would walk to the gym, work out for 2 hours, and then walk home from the Planet Fitness. And I was doing that 5 days a week, and I shedded like 80 something pounds, and that's how I look. But then, like I said, with COVID and stuff like that, like COVID definitely wasn't a blessing. But at that point in time, we were shooting. We came to LA and we were shooting like promo stuff and taking pictures for the stuff that you were going to see on the billboards and stuff like that. And the photographer for what's the movie with the people with the red suits on that were killing everybody? Anthony, Peele, not Anthony, he's not Anthony, but Peele.
Jordan Peele. Us.
Yeah. That we had that photographer, great dude. So it was a point where he wanted Sutan to run at me and jump into my chest and had me stand still while he does it. So when he did it, something didn't feel right. And I got back home And like 2 days later, my left leg, I couldn't even walk. It was like numb. My foot was like dead. And I go to the hospital and I found out that I have 2 herniated discs that are
Oh wow.
they were pinching the nerve in like 2 places. So it literally took me like, I want to say like 6-7 months, man, to like just like not for my foot to feel like it was half dead anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was on steroids and all of that stuff. So I like blew right back up. And then COVID came. But when I was doing the injury, I mean, I was losing my mind. I was telling my wife, I was like, yeah, get me the double beef at Portillo's and I need a piece of chocolate cake. Goddamn, be like, fuck 1 piece. Give me 2 pieces. I lost it, dude. So
yeah.
then, like I say, in this game, you don't know when you finna get the call back, man. So it's like, when we call back, I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, hey, like a motherfucker. So I started working out real quick, but I got too excited and went too hard, and just something started acting crazy in my shoulder. You know, like all in my shoulder, went in my chest. I'm like, wait, am I having a heart attack? I go get a stress test, everything. I'm like, dude, your heart is strong. It was like, it's just like they said, when you get older, man, they said it's a nerve in your neck that that goes into your shoulder and stuff and down your arm. So I still been kind of going through that. I actually shot the whole season 2, dude, with that shoulder jacked up, man. I was taking the 3 ibuprofen 800s a day, man, you know, so like and I'm saying that to not show people like, I was weak or, but to let people know like the show got to go on, man. Like you gotta make it happen. You know what I mean? Like I remember I was reading Martin Lawrence, like he had lower back problems when they shot that whole Bad Boy, the last Bad Boys movie that they shot.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it was stuff that, he couldn't do physically, but you don't even know because he still brought it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
man.
He still brought it. But I was actually reading where he his back was like, jacked up. And that's why he looked chubbier in that.
Yeah.
Because he was like, I couldn't work out. You know what I mean? Like I literally just had to come, as God say, come as you are. You know what I mean?
So, yeah, man.
Yeah, so
that's crazy too, man, because I'm about to say that's crazy too, because everybody was like, talking bad about Martin, talking about, he swole up and how he gonna protect somebody, and I'm like, you never know what another person dealing with, man.
You really don't.
I gotta tell people all the time, man. Like, like stay humble, stop being judgmental, and because you really block your blessings, man, when you constantly worrying about what somebody else is doing in a negative way. Like it just really blocks the blessings. And I think one of my blessings and how I was able to get here is like I say, I coached a lot, man. I got a lot of kids in good high schools in the cities, some of the top programs. And I have a kid right now who's playing for Auburn that I coached. And I actually went to Valley State with his mom. And I just remember one day, like maybe I want to say 6 months before everything happened, she just came to me one day. I don't know if she had sixth sense or what, but she was like, Coach K, she was like, something really, really good is about to happen for you. Because she was like, I know for a fact that you could be making more money at your job, or at another job, or you could be doing this or doing that, but you choose to come out here and help these kids and work with these kids. I mean, I got kids now that still hit me and it's, I love you, coach. And we talking about, you know what I'm saying? We talking about young boys in the hood who don't get a lot of love, and they got it from me. So they're freely, they would tell you in front of anybody, coach, I love you. You know what I'm saying? And I say, hey, I love you, kids. So, and she just said it to me one day, and it just blew my mind. And then this came up, and I was just like, wow. And she was like, dude, I told you. She was like, I just had a feeling, dude, because you just always, I don't care what's going on, you just always was about these kids. Like, people was trying to get me into clubs and stuff like that. I'm like, nah, man, I got a game tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna come and be tired, you know what I'm saying? Come and drink with y'all all night and then not be able to give these kids, you know what I'm saying, what I got to give them, you know what I'm saying? So they can feel good about themselves, feel like they can do anything. And like literally, like we literally save lives with this program, because we got some kids who, they was hardcore and thought they, but when they met Big Coach K, and I tell them like, hey, I kick your ass, and then if I have to, my man too, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm letting you know I love you and I want to see you be great. Now, if I got man to do that, then that's what we just gonna have to do, you know. So
We'll
and like my
settle
buddy
it later.
he could never understand it because I reinforced so much love, but I was that coach that literally got in their ass because I knew your value and what you could be, you know what I'm saying? Not just in the field, but in school and in life. And I challenged you. I got in your face and challenged you on that. And then, like, when we would travel, the kids would fight over who gonna be in the room with Coach K, and then nobody wanted to be in the room with him, and he was the nice coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, bullshit, man. Like, what I mean, so
you spreading that knowledge, man, and that's what I think that's what they love. You had that bond with them, and I think that's a beautiful and amazing thing that you was able to do that with these kids. Because
y'all watching Auburn football, man. Check out number 92, Marquise Burks, man. So proud of that kid, man. Chicago recruit, man, and he went through the junior college, won a championship there, and got recruited, and he playing at Auburn now, man. So it's just, man, it's lovely. And I got so many kids that I know for a fact, even though I didn't graduate college, I know they wouldn't even went to college if it wasn't for me, pressing them and putting on the importance, of, hey, man, because college ain't for everybody, but where we come from, it's a good look when you're trying to go into somewhere. It really is, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you might have already had, the knowledge and everything you needed to succeed, but where we come from, it kind of helps you because, it shows people like, hey, this guy ain't, he ain't a, I mean, you know how we get, put in categories and boxes,
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Now you all had a premiere for the second season of Southside. How was that?
Oh, it was dope, man. It was really dope. It was just so much love. Like I say, so much love in the air. Like I say, from top cast all the way to the bottom, man. Like everybody just supports everybody, man. Even Bashir and Diallo, like, I mean, they're executive producers and writers and creators, but I mean, they literally, talk and converse, and they'll talk to an extra, you know what I mean, and give them a pointer and and encourage them and stuff like that. So it's just like I said, it's such a I'm eager to see other opportunities and stuff like that. But like right now, man, this is like the best thing in the world, man. Like the best type of atmosphere and everything, man, especially being new and being green, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Okay, I mean, I was saying, man, it looked like you having a lot of fun with it, man. And I watched the first 3 episodes, and that first episode about the steak, man, I was cracking up laughing because I like how you were saying that Bashir or Diallo give you pointers and tips on the acting and everything, and how I know we can tell the difference from season 1. Season 1, you was great as well, and season 2, like you really started to find that character now. And that one part when
because like my character like science and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, and that's more wants to be an astronaut, and that's more Bashir wrote that in from his own personal spirit. He loves astronomy and stuff like that, so he put that into my character, and I love him for it because I get to say these and read crazy words and do these lines. And I swear I don't even find out till after the show, like who this person was. Like I might quote somebody or something like that, and I'm like, I don't even know who this is. But that's why I love Southside, because the comedy goes beyond just like how do I want to say it? It's smart comedy that
is.
I want to say, let's say, the ghetto. It's not the ghetto comedy, what I can say, just with a lot of curse stuff like that and vulgarity to make it, funny. You know what I mean? Like, let's say we quoting stuff from like astronomers and shit like that, and songs and stuff, and people are getting it, and they're like, oh my goodness, like it's so crazy how they put that, in there like that. And that's why I tell people, like, this is a show that you have to watch multiple times.
Yeah.
To get it.
I promise you, if you like took a sip of your drink or something like that, I promise you, you missed a really funny joke. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people tell me a lot. Like, dude, I watched it again. I didn't even I forgot that part. Like it was hilarious, you know. So
yeah, man, you right too. Cause like before getting back to the steak with that part, like it was the third episode not third episode, the second episode when they had the singing contest, and you could hear Diallo's voice talk before they go into his scene, and he was saying, talking about hey man, I know that this is on outside it says this certain type of time or date for the song, for the play or whatever. What was it?
Right.
And he was saying, but don't worry about what it says out there. This is what it is. And I was like, wait, come on, go back. And I rewinded back, and I see it said like it was a different number than what Diallo says. And it's just a little bit right there.
Yeah.
Well, like, oh, that's hilarious, and I like that.
Yeah,
and
it was a hilarious point in the first season where I'm bending over to look in the phone that Sultan's holding when his daughter's in the spelling bee, and I have on the Sheila E shirt. But then when I bend over, I have on my RTO collar shirt, and then I stand back up and I got on the Sheila E shirt. Yeah, it's just little funny stuff like that I didn't even catch till like the 4th or 5th time watching it. Like I'm like, wow. Yeah, so it's even funny seeing those little mix up in the editing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Still like it's hilarious, you know.
It is hilarious, man. And that part with I want to say that part with you with the steak, when he took that steak after the homeboy burned it, and he was talking about, man, you just messed up everything, and how you were so calm, and you was like, no, brother, just let it go.
Like, I feel bad for him. You know, you be looking to the steak all day.
And me and Sultan are so keen on each other. A lot of stuff we don't even get instruction on. We just kind of get the feel off each other. Bring the line like that and stuff. And some stuff, a lot of stuff is not even scripted. Like season 1, the trailer for that, and Michael Blyton, the director, he called us and he loved it because most of the stuff that Comedy Central loved and put in the trailer weren't even scripted lines. It was and it was make up stuff. Like my brother telling the dude to pat your hair down, pick it out, and comb it all the way out. My brother made that up on the fly. Like, you know, when you're shooting a scene, you'll shoot it the scripted way 100 times and stuff. And then if it's time, you know, Bashir will always come in and just be like, hey, just let's do a take, and you just kind of go where you want to, you know, go with it and stuff. And that was one of those moments where they came in and my brother, and he dropped that line, and it ended up making it in the show, and happened to be like one of the funniest lines when he told dude to pick it, you know, pat it down or can't go in between. Like just made it up. So, you know, those great moments too. And Lil Rel is great up there too. He'll go off script and do a long run that just had a whole damn studio laughing, man. Like it was really good to watch him too. Because he just been fucking, you know, taking off shit. I think he got 8 damn movies this year and stuff. Like the dude is just, so when I run into him, you know, at a party or something or premiere, it's cool to see him because he another Chicago talent, man. So like I said, we just all be rooting for each other, and I just love how Bashir finds other Chicago people, man, and just and just get them in the show there, man. You know, like I say, we got Deion Cole this year. We got Chance. Chance is funny as shit. He did some ad-libbing as well. That was really funny. It was dope seeing him without a hat because I've never seen him.
Now without that hat.
Hat on. So it was literally, I had posted a few pictures on my page of, you know, when we were shooting, and I was like, hey, you know, with and people was like, who is that? And I'm like, that's Chance. And they were like,
the Raptor.
They're like, hell no. They're like, same thing I said, like, hell no, I've never seen him without, you know, the number 3 hat on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so he was really cool, fan, Rhyme Fest, funny as hell, man, was big fan. We were actually coming in that morning to shoot that scene, and he saw us and grabbed me and my brother and gave us a hug. He's like, man, dude, the twins, oh shit. He like, and like I say, me still being new and being green, I'm looking at people like, wait a minute, like, you I'm trying to grab you and hug you first. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So like Lisa Ray last year, Kel Mitchell, like it was just so much fun working with Lisa Ray. Kel Mitchell, oh my God, man, that dude is, he cold, man, like serious. So, and like I said, and they were just all, and even like LaRoyce is my boy. LaRoyce would just hit me in my inbox at times, like, what up, big bro, and stuff like that. And I'm like, and I'm still like a fan. So it's like, I'm looking at him, it's like, damn, bro, wait, I'm a fan, bro, hit me. Like, man, we about to kick it off. And I'm like, bro, you've been doing it. Like, nigga, you on like 9-10 seasons of Chicago PD. And he like, nah, he like, but it ain't this though. Like, LaRoyce loves comedy, and he stand up and stuff, man. And he really cold with it too, man. Like that's
LaRoyce does stand up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you check on his page, like before the pandemic and stuff, he was going to different towns and stuff and was doing stand-up comedy and stuff. Yeah.
What?
And the brother can sing his ass off. I'm telling you, he can sing drama on Chicago PD. But I'm telling you, LaRoyce is funny as hell, man.
Dog.
I'm telling you.
I'm so used to him being so serious on Chicago PD.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Check him out on his page. You might catch one of his comedy shows that he did and stuff and recorded and stuff. So, like I say,
that's crazy.
He came to the birthday party with 2 big old bottles of tequila and stuff, man. Like I said, he's just a cool dude, man. Like, some of my homegirls from high school was at the party. They whispering like, "Hey, can you tell Royce gotta take a picture?" And LaRoyce looking like, "Really?" You're like, "Really?" So you gonna go to him like you can't approach me. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, "Come on, take this picture."
He just seemed cool, man. And like when I need to really get back into watching Chicago PD. So LaRoyce, if you're watching my bad brother, I need to get real back into it.
Dog, get this season off the chain, dog. Like, see, I got it on record. Yeah, I watched it out. Yeah, I've been watching it before I had met him. Like I said, I had moved to Minnesota for a little while after we had filmed season 1 because that's where my wife was and stuff. So I was just watching Chicago. I had my fire, my PED, my med. You know what I'm saying? So LaRoyce is the guy, just really funny. And Deion Cole, he just another one so crazy. Like
man,
it was the last day, and they were trying to mic him like super early, and he was like, "How long before we start shooting?" It was like about 20 minutes, and he was like, "Nah, I'll wait." So then when the guy walked away. He was telling us, he's like, "Hey, man, don't let these people put these mics on you too soon, man. They be recording you." He like, "You got you on the mic and you pick up your phone talking to your girl like, bitch, I'll kill you." They done recorded all of that. You know? So the dude came again. And he's like, "Hey, Mr. Cole, are you ready, to get mic'd?" And he's like, "How much time we got now?" He's like, "About 7 minutes." He was like, "I'll be there in 5.
Come on, Deion.
Like, it don't take 2 minutes to put a mic on. You know what I mean? He's like, "I'm serious." Like, but he was just so fun, man. He was just so cool, and he was just telling us because sometimes I don't think we really get it, but he was just kind of reminding us like, he was like, "I don't think y'all understand what it is that y'all doing with this show."
Yeah, man.
You guys are all like family. And you guys are, writing together, y'all acting together. He's like this is like, the Wayans family, like on steroids. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
Like, man, I'm happy to be here because this is some dope shit that y'all doing here. So that felt good to know that some of the more polished actors and comedians who come on the show actually, let us know like, hey, no, I'm impressed by what y'all doing, man, and y'all killing it. And like I said, the season 1, LaRoyce didn't even know that this was the first, shit that I ever did. Cause he was like, "Dude, you bringing it way harder." He said, "It took me season 3 of Chicago PD before I was doing some of the stuff that you doing." You know what I'm saying? So he was like, He's like, man, y'all talented, man. He's like, y'all dope, you know. So it just feels good to hear that from, like I say, polished people who,
right.
you know, when they find out that, you know, this is like your first thing, they like, wow, like, damn, okay. Like, shit,
Yeah.
man, I gotta bring it. They're like, shit, y'all making me bring it. Cause I'm like, oh shit, I just found out, you know what I'm saying? This y'all first time. So they like, shit, I gotta bring it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah, man. And Leroyce is really good, man. He was the one that like when I really was heavy in the Chicago PD, he was the one that really brought me in there because, you know, see one of us on there. And I'm like, oh man. I'm like, and so when I saw him on y'all's show, I'm like, Leroy, I'm like, what is he? I'm like, what? So Leroyce is really good, man.
yeah.
So
I was excited to meet him. Like I said, yeah, he's another good one. I like, and that's the thing, the guest stars that they bring and stuff, like they're just phenomenal, man. And they just add so much flavor, and it just reinforces that, you know, this is a, you know, Chicago show, and that's what we bring. I mean, because, you know, we don't get shout outs from Snoop Dogg, you know, Snoop trying to get in and stuff like that. Jada Pinkett done sent us some love, so, you know, Jada Pinkett, you know, send us some love. Yeah, man, it's just, you know, like I say, I still pinch myself, man. So I was actually supposed to come out to LA after season 1, but like I say, the pandemic hit and all that other stuff. So so when we got opened back up and we started shooting season 2, like I had the wife and them moving stuff, you know, while I was still, you know, that's why I love her. Like she literally moved all our stuff on her own because I was in Chicago filming, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was ready, like, let me come on out here and just, you know, feel the breeze. And just like I said, you get at an age, man, where you just gotta try stuff. Like who knows what might happen, you know what I mean?
yeah, man.
I'm in the present, I'm living, I'm enjoying life, and that's what it's all about, man. Like I feel like I waited too long, you know, for stuff that I already knew should have been mine. You know what I mean? But you know how it is when you grow up in the inner city and you have like the old school parents. It's enforced into your brain so much. You know, go to school, graduate,
Get a job.
Check, you know what I mean? Get a paycheck. Like even up to like doing the scissor reel and the pilot where my brother had to quit. Like this, my brother quit before we even know we was having a season. Like he quit for the pilot. He had to quit because they was like, no, you know, because we and like I said, my mom, old school, she picked cotton in Mississippi, you know. And she was just like, boy, you stupid, you don't quit no goddamn job, and you know, like making them just feel really bad. And he like, mom, but she's like, you've been there, you know, 15 years, because you know, the whole railroad thing, you know, that whole thing came, you know, from my brother because he worked at Renner Center. He was there for like, you know, 15 years, you know. So that's kind of where that, you know, that came from the you know, the blue collar side of the comedy and stuff that we do, and you know, and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, she just like, well, you dumb as hell, you don't quit no job, and you could have still worked. And he like, mom, no, I couldn't. He like, I can always get another job. He like, well, this is a dream, you know what I'm saying? Like, can I try this? Like, like I said, old school sucker mom, she, you know, gave the hand, whatever, boy, you know. So
mama always gonna be watching over her baby, man.
Yeah, so
always, man.
Yeah, so and that's what I still try to go back in the city and tell like the kids and everything else, like stop, and that's another thing that our community does, man. Like you tell somebody you finna do TV or you finna try to be a doctor, lawyer, whatever, and it's like, and people like tell you that's stupid, you know, like boy, you stupid, boy, you ain't finna get on no TV, and people listen to that stuff like, and these come from our friends and loved ones, but we're so pre-programmed through TV and everything else, even in school. You know what I'm saying? Your teacher was telling you, when you tell us like, hey, what do you want to be, Jimmy? And he's like, I want to be a superhero. And she's like, you'd probably be better as a plumber or something. You know?
Or a janitor.
Which ain't nothing wrong with plumbing. Plumbing do great.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right. We need the shit. We need people. Right. You can fix those problems when, you know, it ain't happening, but I know it's a lot of people, even that plumber, I know he had a dream, you know what I'm saying? On, you know, the plumbing, and that's the one thing that I just want to like let people know. Like, if you see me, if you see that I, could do it, like anybody can, try to make it happen. You know what I mean? And then when I look back and think about people like Sylvester Stallone, like, I moved out here to LA already with, 2 seasons of Southside under my belt. You know what I'm saying? But it's people who come here and literally, sleep in their car for the dream. You know what I'm saying? They leave the job, and a lot of people, especially people who make good money but aren't necessarily happy, like like paying your mortgage, you're paying your car note and stuff, but you're not really happy because it's not really what you want to do. When you singing in that mirror in the morning and stuff every day, it's because you love singing, but we're programmed to, hey, you can get the degree, get the job, pay the mortgage, pay the car note, you know what I'm saying? And, and like I said, and a lot of people are doing that. And I was one of them. And I, like I say, I've really found my joy from like helping the kids and stuff like that, because, I never really liked any other jobs. And I used to build playgrounds too, for Chicago Public Schools.
Oh, wow, man.
I built
a man of many hats, man.
Now that was, and I did it all. I was a postal carrier. I was a mailman. Like when I came back from college, I got into the post office, and I did that for about 4 years. And I done did some of everything, man. But that building them playgrounds, that's what them broke down my hands and stuff. All that ratcheting, and I think my shoulder be jacked up too. All that thinking I'm He-Man, I'm big, I'm putting 100-pound poles from the playground on my shoulder and walking it, 200 feet. You know what I'm saying? When it's a machine over here that'll take them over there, I'm like, nah. now I'm paying for this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well said, I want to show that I'm He-Man up in this thing,
right?
Man.
So, but yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that too, because it brought, joy to the kids and stuff. Even though some of the adults would still come and, crack their 40 ounces and break the glass and all of that shit, man. Like I say, it's just so much stuff that I wish, our people would just stop doing. It's like, it's at some point you gotta, grow up and, and just realize that, like, man, we could really do some major stuff, you know what I'm saying, if we just get out of that programming and that we've been, accustomed to for shit, decades. You know what I mean? Shit,
yeah,
man. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up of what we could do. Couple more things and then we'll wrap it up, man. 'Cause I know you gotta get to your family.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, I want your family.
I put on a clean shirt, but I ain't been in the shower, guys. I'm just letting you know.
It's all good.
I'm hoping it don't go through the shirt before I can wear it. I have to switch to another shirt because I spoiled this one.
We ain't gonna say nothing. So, with two more things. So, before you go, what is it that Kareme would like to do in this acting world? What's your dream acting role that you wish you can grab for you, that you like, man, that is it right there?
I swear, man, I would love to possibly work with Tracy Ellis Ross. I think she's the most beautiful, talented creatures on the planet, and she's funny. She is super funny. And Regina King also. I got to meet her on the set of Shameless.
Shameless, right? Shameless. Yeah.
She actually wrote an episode one season and was co-directing it, which I thought was like dope as hell. I never would have thought. And it just shows me so much of the stretch of her, what she can do and stuff. But I got to meet her, got to talk to her, and I would like to work with her. But I just want to keep bringing it funny. I want to keep just believing in myself that I can do this, because it's still that little bit of fear there, which is good. Like a little bit of fear, a little bit of anxiety is good, because it shows you that you care and that you got stuff that you need, to keep working. Not stopping, not hesitating, and not thinking that you've fully made it. You know what I'm saying? So it keeps me hungry, and that's why I say I wanted to come out here and to Cali and network and this is like the Mecca and the hub, Cali, New York, and stuff like that, and it's a lot of people doing stuff in other cities and towns and stuff like that and stuff, but I think eventually at some point, you got to come here. If you really want to make it happen. So yeah, just staying true to myself, man. Trying to push myself. Sultan would love for me to try some stand up because, like I say, he's done. Like literally, we went to a party and I was literally on the patio and I've never met these people before in my life, and I had all of them dying laughing, just telling the joke. I'm talking about people's feet, all types of shit. I don't know these people. I don't know if the girl gonna slap me or what, but I was talking about her toes. Laughed and it's so crazy because like Sultan will. This is why I love my brother so much, because Sultan will sit quiet and he'll listen to you. He'll listen to you and he'll watch you. Like I'm telling you, if you ever like in a room with Sultan and people doing stuff, I'm telling you, Sultan will take away some time and he'll just look, and that's the brilliance of him, because he gets so much out of just being quiet sometime and just looking and stuff. So after I was done, he literally like came to me and was like, dude, you just did a whole fucking 30-minute special.
Yeah.
He was like, everything that you just said and did, you could have did on a stage and pay for it. And he, we meet up at Panera Bread all the time with our laptop and stuff, because now I'm trying to crack open this barrier in my head and start writing stuff down. And that's one thing that I love. And Bashir's been pushing it as well. It's like, the acting is great, but great acting comes from writing as well.
Yeah.
Like I said, when you see the Neffs and the Wills and the other co-stars and stuff on the show, they all write.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I'm trying to do, to stretch myself as well, because I think when you write, like I say, when I write my lines and stuff, I think when you write stuff down, I think it works in your brain and it makes you a better actor when you write things and when you just experience that stuff. So that's one of the main things I really want to do while I'm here. I'm reading up on some stuff, how to write a 30-minute comedy special and stuff like that, show and things like that. So who knows, man. Like I said, we're gonna keep seeing where it takes me, man. And hopefully Southside keeps doing great, and that's another thing that I'm really proud of that. For my first real thing that to do a show like that is just reaching out and resonating to so many people, man. It's like really dope. Like I say, y'all in Texas, like when we was first doing it, I was like, man, Chicago gonna love it. You know what I'm saying? But,
yeah.
Like I'm literally getting like inboxes from like Detroit, Lansing, New York people, man, Boston. They like in my inbox, like, dude, I love the show. So I'm like, wow, like this shit is really reaching, more than just the city of Chicago, because everybody can resonate with it and get a piece of it, because they also grew up in that inner city. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
They know the struggles, they know the trials. I mean, like even the podcast. I know you guys probably do you guys have another job besides the podcast?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. Southside.
Sir.
Everybody got side hustle, man. Everybody knows that. If you grew up in the city, I don't care if you make good money. You making t-shirts on the side, or you got the guy making t-shirts. I mean, you got somebody bedazzling the wine cups. I mean,
yeah.
That's how we do, man. Like we always, and that's what I love about people. We always want more. So even if we do work that 9 to 5, we're gonna find something that generates some more income. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
That's right.
We could be maybe sending the kids to camp or whatever, but we gonna make it happen. You know what I mean?
By any means necessary, brother.
Yeah, you gotta do it. And legal too. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta stop giving these people all this free labor and stuff, man. I was a knucklehead for a little while, man. We gotta stop giving these people free labor. And getting us in this system so they can blackball us forever, man. So do it on the legal tip, you know what I'm saying? And man, you'll be all right.
Oh man, yes sir, yes indeed, man. Brother Kareem, man, we wish we could chop it up with you all day, man.
Oh man, hey, this is one of the best ones, man. I'm really comfortable. Like I said, I know I did a lot of run-on sentences and shit. Y'all like, damn, nigga, shut up. Nigga, shut up. I ain't even actually.
Nah, you did great.
Yeah, but
we
I also think those some of the best interviews though, where you just kind of let the person, you know what I'm saying, talk, you know, because they'll give you everything you want to know, and you ain't even have to ask.
Exactly.
Hey man, you did a phenomenal,
you
brother.
literally answered all our questions that we got on the side without even asking.
Yeah, I'm sitting there like trying to.
Me and Sultan, we're all Geminis too, so we're normal. We're naturally talkers and super thinkers. Yeah, so if you ever meet a Gemini or you know Gemini friends, I know at some point you've had to tell them to shut the fuck up so you can get man, I've been trying to talk for 5 minutes, man. That's just how we is, you know.
y'all good, y'all good in my book, man. Man, thank you so much. It means a lot for you, Diallo, Sultan to get on here. You don't know what that does to us, and we appreciate you. We appreciate you, man. Want you to keep doing what you do. I know it's like you said, it's
form where we can come and chop it up how we chop it up and stuff, man. So,
yeah. Man, appreciate it, man. Thank you. It's been building the confidence because someone said at the live event, they say, I see y'all interviewing celebrities. That's right. We are. That's right. It makes you
same way I got my break, man. That's the same way how that's when you try to do this, man. It's a lot of it is luck, man, and a lot of it is chance and just taking that risk, hitting the guy and saying, hey, man, hey, can I interview you? You know what I mean? And just like I say, my son Mallory, he just moved out here, and he will literally go on Instagram because he does photography, and he done came out here and already booked jobs. Like he'll find a gorgeous girl on her Instagram page, and he'll inbox and say, hey, my name is Mallory. I do photography. I love to take some pictures of you. And then next thing you know, he out here at the Galleria taking pictures of a pretty model and getting paid for it. So,
come on now.
That's what I always say.
Putting yourself out there, and then it's a lot of luck and a lot of chance of circumstance. You know what I'm saying? And but if you ain't in it, you ain't gonna never. You know what I'm saying? You got to be in it though to get that luck and that opportunity. So yeah, man.
Yeah, brother.
I was more than happy to do it. Like I say, I was just weary, at first when we first getting out, because it's like who is this person and what they're trying to do? And like I said, now that I'm more in it, like this is the part of the game. You do interviews, you do podcasts, stuff like that. So yeah, man, I was more than happy to do it. That's why I reached out.
It was me.
Yeah.
It was me.
Yeah, your picture, you look different here than on your Instagram when
See what it was is that I got this Santa Claus beard going on, and and I think that picture that I had, I was doing it for like that's supposed to be like my acting profile right there. So
right.
You got to get your Sunday's best and hit that
right. Mm-hmm, So. Yeah, hey, because you definitely doing that in that picture, dog.
Man, I'm just you gotta put your best foot forward. This is the guy I want, man.
Exactly.
I appreciate that, King.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, man.
Man, we appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I ain't never been to Texas, man, but I got homies down there I went to school with and stuff. That live in Houston and stuff, man. So I'm gonna have to come down there, man, one time. I need to come get one of them big ass turkey legs. I keep saying everybody.
Hey, we need to get one too. Goddamn it, I ain't been damn line so long.
Man, I got so many friends because that's like people that don't go to Hawaii and then they go to Texas. That's the turn up. So all of my time, like that's all I see is people that stop by this big ass turkey leg hut or whatever, man. I'm like,
shit, I haven't got one, and 37 years. I ain't got one.
Bro, I'm looking.
That was the thing at the Taste of Chicago. We used to have this big event where that stretch out over by the lake, by the Buckingham Fountain, and that was like the thing. It was this place they made these barbecue turkey legs, dog. And I think shit, if it was 1 million people there, you would see like probably 450,000 of them with a turkey leg in their hands. So I've always done turkey leg. And I see they be stuffing it with all kind of other shit.
Fish, mac and cheese.
Yeah, well.
Brother, let me tell you. So
turkey leg for some shit.
Man, let me tell you. So this is what you do. If you ever do come down to Texas and you want to go to turkey leg hut, this is your choice now. Come there, you know it's gonna be a
I'm
line.
gonna get we going together since my man ain't had one.
Yeah.
Y'all up and
Yeah, we're gonna go together.
It's
It's like, man, this dude from Southside, we're gonna cut all this line.
Podcast and critique this shit. Be like, man, we could have went to Mickey D's. The damn turkey leg, goddamn.
But you see, this is what I did. I've been a couple times, but what I did is that I skipped the whole line and just went straight to the cash register, put my order in, got my food, went out and got on about my way. I went to my house or somewhere else that's nearby. Right. You sit in that line, man. You're gonna be in that line forever.
Hey, I am the king of jumping fucking lines. People be looking at me like I'm crazy, but they don't say shit. They look like
They see me. I just go to the food truck. They got a food truck too, so I'll go to their food truck.
Oh, okay. So my man just the only one that had the turkey leg yet.
Yeah, because when I bring the missus, she'll look like I ain't finna go in that line. No, I'm not finna go in no line. So that turn
me too, unless I see an end where I can just walk right on past everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, man. Oh my gosh, man. Brother Kareem, man, many blessings to you and your family.
Y'all too, man. Y'all stay. Is it warm now?
It's off and on.
Cool. It's off and on. It's off
and on.
That's how it's been here. We've been had 70s, but yesterday was 90. Today's gonna be like 92. Tomorrow gonna be 90. And then I think the rest of the week we're gonna be like 72 again. So that's the only shit with LA, man, is that it'll start off hot, but then in the evening it'll get like you'll fuck around and get sick, man, because it like drops like 40 degrees here when it drops. You know what I mean? That's the really crazy shit about Cali. Like it'll go from 90 to 50 like fast as hell, like 54 degrees. And if you ain't got no jacket or a sweater, you screwed. Yeah.
Man. Man, appreciate you again, brother. You be safe out there. Enjoy the time with your family, man. Enjoy the tour, man. You know, enjoy yourself.
For sure, man. Y'all be cool, man. I'll catch up with y'all again.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
All right.